Once again, guys, welcome to another episode here at kthinteriorz again, just to take you through one of the projects that I did for a while, and now it is time for me to showcase it. We are in Runda, and today I just want to show you some of the items we've been doing. It was completely a renovation, that is demolition, alteration, design, and then now implementation. It's an old house. I remember, I think I talked about this, that was done, I think, around 20 years ago. And then now the kids have grown, they've gone out, and the parents just wanted something completely different from what they were used to. And actually, again, the house had been done so well previously, but now with the moving or the changing trends and fashions, so they opted to just bring in a new feel or a new look. And we've been working on this project since, I think, late last year. And since it's a renovation, most of the times the renovation would take a bit of time, especially with circumstances where clients are staying in that particular space. For this particular home, we've been working on spaces that is like 1 bedroom at a time, or 2 bedrooms at a time, or a kitchen at a time, or an entity at a time. And immediately we finish a space, we move to another space. Immediately we finish another space, we move to another space. It is normally not so easy. It is tedious, it is hectic, especially not on our end, but the people who stay in that particular premise. For those people, especially who have that vision of redoing their spaces, my biggest advice would be, please look for a space, move in for a period of 2 to 3 months, because if you're doing the entire overhaul of the entire house, most of the times interior design for a space like this will take 3 to 4 months. So if you have that vision of renovating a space, please also have a vision of where would I move to for a period of 3 months or 4 months, so that the works can move very fast. But in the space or in scenarios whereby you are forced to stay in that particular space, I'm not saying that it's not possible. It is still possible. You can stay, but it is a bit overpaying to you, especially because you'll be seeing dirty works, the scratches. You will also see the progress of the project. Most of the times, as project progresses, they are not so beautiful, they are almost ugly, but at the end of it all, you still achieve the same thing. It also takes a longer period, because now we are just fighting between when will you move. Probably you're busy, you won't move that. You say, I'll move on Saturday, then come Saturday, you get engaged, then you can't move. Maybe another week goes, and the schedule will keep on shifting. That is those days maybe we agreed that we'll finish, will keep on shifting. So I'll start from here. I'm seated at the kitchen island. I remember, but I can't remember clearly. But first of all, I know there was no island. I don't know if there was an island. At times you redo things and you can't even get to remember. But from the video, or from the previous video before we started this project, I don't think there was an island, and we designed this space with my designers together with the client, and we came up with this. This is a waterfall island, whereby with the waterfall, for those people who do not know, I'm sorry, for those who know, it is whereby you have granite, or you have this is quartz stone, or you have marble, or you have Caesar stone, or you have deck stone, but it flows from the top to the side, and then the front side are just cabinets. So it's stone all the way from top to the sides. Then we have an option whereby you can just have a stone without the sides being stone. And most of the times, whatever dictates the style or the how you do that is client tastes and preferences. But at the end of it all, still it trickles down to the budget, because those people who would go for waterfalls, it means you will spend a lot of finances doing the stones on the sides. And if for that particular reason, your island becomes slightly more expensive as compared to that person who just laid one piece of stone, and most of the times these stones would be 2.4 or 2.7. So you just lay one stone. But remember, if you're doing this, and this is a height of 1 meter and 1 meter, so you're taking roughly 2 stones. When you look at this project, it has a double lipping, so it means you're also incurring a cost of the double lipping on the sides and all that, so making it, and most of the times with the kitchen countertops, they convert into the bigger chunk of the kitchen costs. So this is an island we came up, designed, ensure that the client can spend a bit of time in their kitchen, so they would warm. This is an induction heater. They can do the induction heating around this particular point, but someone can still sit here and have a quick breakfast. This also acts as our breakfast counter for this particular project. So it's taking four bar stools, and this counter is at a height of this is around 1050. This is 1050 from the floor level. 1050 from the floor level. It can be slightly lower depending on also the design. It can actually be almost the same height as the dining set, which is normally around 780. But for this one, it's slightly high, so it gives you space to do high level stools. So as you design that, an element that you have to consider so much, so that is details, is you have to create a space on this other side so that you can be able to slide in your stool. If you look at this, when I slide in my stools, they're not going all the way. They leave a gap of around 300 or 1 foot around here, but you can do it in such a way that the stool can go in completely. But how do you do that? You can only do that by having a bigger countertop. This countertop is 900. You can actually have a countertop of more than 900, that is 1 meter or 1.2, depending. In Kenya, mostly for those Kenyans, or for us in Kenya, most of the times we have stones, especially when you're choosing a certain type of stone. There are stones that we do not get more than 900, but there are stones that when you select, we can get them in 1.1 meter and 1.2. With 1.2, then I will create cabinets on that side, and most of the times when I do cabinets on that side, I do them at 600. So 600 is consumed, 600 remains, and these tools can go in. Just remember that stone will cost slightly more than the stone of 900. Then again, we'll do for you nice beautiful legs. These are, I think, let me just call them legs, and then it is double lipped, and that gives you the thicker feel of the counter. And that does not mean that the granite is big. It is just merging 2 granites together. Then you do the lipping on the front edge, the sides, and it gives you that. Apart from that, again, maybe Larry, if you go under here, you realize that this is the back. This is the backer. We call them the backers. Again, we are giving it the same material that is on the cabinet doors, so that, because from the other side those are cabinets, on this side this would have been a veneer, but because this is the leg space, we give you the same finish that we are giving on the kitchen counters, kitchen cabinet faces, so that you feel the same. This can also be done using the same granite or the same quartz, but now with the stones it will be slightly more expensive, but it all depends with the look. When we go now the board style, then it means you have to take care of water spillages on the ground by raising it with the dooms. My fundis call them dooms, but I don't know if dooms is a word, but so that it just doesn't rest on the floor, and when you're wiping or you're cleaning the floor, it gets affected. So it's slightly raised, so even if there's a spillage around, it won't be affected. When you come to this other side, now this side is the functional in terms of kitchen use. So on this side, I can cut my nyama, I can cut my kitungus. Induction cooker specifically for warming, heating, or light cooking. Then on this side, you have more doors for more storage, more doors for more storage, and it's a combination of vertical and horizontal setup. So this is a soft close. Then For that particular reason, we also channel our electrical points from the other side all the way to this point, and we hang here a center hood. This is a specific wood that sits on an island that is at the center, anchored on the slab. Then with this indirect lighting gypsum bulkhead, we drill in between, and then we take it up, anchor there. We put our switch up there. So once you anchor, you plug it in, it gets power from the other side. So in the event you don't want it to be on, you just go to the other side and switch. So as you can see, things are working. It's already in operation. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 3. It's very powerful. 1 is slow. If I want to switch the lights off, I just press there. Then that is for the timer. So everything works. Then when you come here, we have the induction heater. It has this lock. You just press on, hold a bit, it will just come on, and then now you use it. So that is on, then you hold here for a while, it will come on, and then now you will choose which burner do you want to use. Then this is for adding temperature. So if you want, it's normally between 1 to 9. So when you hold on it, it will still go on. So think you hold for a while so that it unlocks. So from the island, we go back to the other side. Mostly for kitchens, we have the low-level cabinets, we have the island, we have the tall cabinets, and we have the high-level cabinets, and then we have the treatment, that is the stone. Look here, we have the white and whatever decorative stone in the middle. We want to complement it with something else. On the side, we are looking at normal granite, so that is quartz, and this is granite. So you can still combine materials in a careful and beautiful way, and you will still achieve something. So we have granite that flows from the counter all the way to the backsplash, and it takes the backsplash of the 900. Most of the times backsplash are going at 900. I remember talking from the Kisumu project. I was telling guys, we went to Kisumu and the client had already hacked the entire walls, waiting to put the granites or put the tiles. So please don't go that direction. Just skim the walls, leave the cabinets to come in, then the spaces between the high level and the low level, you can put your backsplashes, be it in granite, be it in quartz, be it in tiles, and that saves you a lot of money. Most people are wasting money on the old school type of setup where people will tile the entire kitchen, then come and fit in the cabinets, save money. That money, I think most of the times is 100 square meters, and you only need around 11 square meters for the backsplashes. That cash can do a lot of things in the other spaces. It can actually do your pantry, it can actually do your adobe area. So we have, this is the window, we do your backsplash like that. We have the edging in 45 attached nicely, neatly, and then it comes and works as a top on this other side. So you can use it to place vases, and you can put your soap dishes and all the manner of whatever there, and it becomes decorative. Look at the way it's finished, beautiful. Look at the combination of the whatever. This is actually this is called what? A dishwasher. You open here again, also control from the other side. What we've done, we put this is the board, this is the normal super gloss board, put it on top, anchored it on the door of the machine. So when you close, if you're not so careful, you won't know the machine is there. Look at the soft close type of mechanism. Just push kidogo, it goes and it locks. The double bowl, even my QS was asking me about the double bowl, and I was actually trying to explain to them that a double bowl does not mean that the drain is out. It means you have a bowl on this side and another bowl on this side. So this can be for washing, this can be for rinsing. And then this is a pull out type of sink. You pull out, you wash. For this particular project, the pressure of water is low, but you pull out and you can actually use it to do things. You can actually use it even for cleaning the surface. tunaangalia hii kidogo, we have this provision that we created. I don't think it was there. So nice, beautiful signature arc frame in solid mahogany, nicely blended, and with architraves. Getting architraves on both sides. This is the dining area. I just talk about it. We did this. The other side looks beautiful. So nice dining, nice lighting, and this here, this just breaks the monotony of the white, the soft white on the wall. From there, we just break the transition between the dining and the main lounge with this nice, beautiful, simple mahogany niches with a counter also made out of mahogany. Simple, straightforward. Then when we come to the lounge, we do a few things because the floor was already there. There was another element here that Larry can actually show you. So we removed, or we demolished, or we altered this entire space and created something that is modern, something that is elegant, something that is beautiful, something that is attractive. So we've done this. So we removed it was a big thing that looked like a fireplace. We removed it. So we came up with this. Then we came with the materials. This is the granite. We have the stone on the side, not going straight at a slant. Then we have the panels surrounding the different materials. So we have the white, we have the black, which is the granite that marries the threshold on the lower side. Then we have the beadings, those are the panel moldings around. Then the fire mantle piece, electric mantle piece supposed to come here. We have an electric point there, but also controlled from here. So you want it on, you just come here, you switch it on, you switch it off. Then we had a point here, we've done the blanking. Again, when you're doing your electrical setups, you have to be very systematic, or you go systematic, or you must be intentional, so that such points, you also blank them nicely. So you'll realize in some sites, you'll find this is white, this is black, or this is a different company, this is a different company. So you have to be purposeful. Then here we've also, initially they normally don't watch TV from this particular space, but they normally sit here a lot. So we have just done a provision for them here, so that in the event one of these particular days they feel like they need a TV and they want us to hang, or they call us, we have provision here. So this is another element. Material, again, material, this is called coral stone for those who do not know. And then again, when you're doing these stones, it is not just copy pasting. Some people would look at our projects, copy paste, and then you go to their site, it's something that looks like that, not that. So it is intentional. We actually normally come up with these patterns, we draw them. So we have this stone standing, we have a certain stone lying, this piece probably it was not cut. So these are combination of patterns, and as you install, you have to know, you have to be detailed in terms of how do I want it to be seen. So other people will fill in a lot of grout, which is not a problem. If you select your grout nicely, it also can be an element. But for me, we've decided to just go plain without, that is to try and get a zero joint. And remember, this is a natural stone cut from wherever. So sometimes it's not so straight. But when you are installing, you just scratch it nicely with a grinder, then install, so that you reduce the amount of holes in between the stones. Then we normally do not sand, we normally just apply a transil on top, and the transil we apply is the matte finish, so that it does not have to dirtify your hand most of the times. And then now we also have to be very careful on how you transit from the front to the side. So this joint is very key. So in this particular project, we haven't done a 45, but we are hiding the line on the back side, so that it's not just the line on the front side. Then again, with the element of material, you add in a small panel, and we didn't want to come in a bigger way. So in a calmer way, just an off-white material that looks simple, straightforward, so that we do not clash with our nice, beautiful granites and the coral stone, so that it doesn't pop out too much. So that gives us that. Then on this side, the same thing. done the same way. Then again, this thing, most of the times you remove it from the floor level by around 100 mm, so that now when you're doing the skirting around the house, most of the skirtings are 4-inch, but in some cases where we have special requests, we can do it 5 inches, we can do it 6 inches, so that you have the grand effect of a house. Most of the times, those people who are looking for that effect, you will go for a 5 to 6 inches, and that actually again might need the room height to be a bit high. So this is it for that particular fireplace. It took us a bit of time, but I think once we put that electric fireplace, things will be beautiful. Then look at the ceilings. I can't remember the ceiling that was here, but we decided to go with this. They are called the covered ceilings. These are where we have boxes, and then the recessed pieces in the middle, and then you just run a nice, beautiful, simple cornice in all the covered spaces, and then provide either the downlighters on the side or the downlighters. Maybe at times you can put them in the spaces, the recessed spaces, and then you combine that with the gypsum downlighters on the side. That is 200 mm gap. Reason being, we have a pelmet box here, pelmet boxes, so that for purposes of running your curtain nicely. Curtains, most of the times, for those people who do upholstery, there are things called the gathers, and there are things called full gathers. For you to achieve full gathers, most of the time it folds. They are folding. They create something like this, which is normally around 200. So when you reduce this space, most of the times we're giving you 250. So that when you're running your double, and remember there's a shear and there is the curtain. Now when that curtain is folding to give you those full gathers, it can stretch all the way. So if you don't leave enough space, then drawing that curtain back and forth can be a problem. Then again, when you're doing the pelmet box, you look into a bit of details in such a way that if there is another space on the other side and there's another window on this side, there is no need to do a pelmet independently on one side and a pelmet independently on that side, because you'll have so many things stopping and starting, and the gypsum stops, and even the cornice, when it stops, it has to make a 45 to go back. So for that particular reason, we've decided to run a pelmet box so that it comes all the way, it goes all the way, and it goes back all the way. So it makes one item. But you can do curtains on this side independently, on this side independently, on that side independently. And for this project, we'll just have a curtain on this side and a curtain on that side, draping on this side and that side, and we are done. If they need maybe a roller blind, they can do a roller blind, or they can do a Venetian blind around this particular space. That is it for this space. I'll go into the office here. So we have this space that was here, and I can't remember again what it was, but it was a space that we have decided it will be like a library. So they are going to put their books around here. There'll be storages around here. This again is done almost the same way we do the pantry, but in this case, these are books, display medals, and all manner of things. Again, the way it transits from the top to the wherever, and it leaves a pelmet box, and you have to do it in such a way that it is reachable in terms of storage. Then low levels are for storage. Then someone can have just a simple, maybe round stool here with a seat on that side and a seat on this side, and you can call this our beautiful office. Again, you look at the details when we were doing the construction, how much we demolished to just open it up, whatever we removed on those sides, so that it is neat and straightforward. Then just a nice simple downlighter, a nice pelmet box on the side. The curtain rod has been fixed, so it is just waiting for the furniture, and this entity is meant to go out and go somewhere else so that it gives room for this to be done. And I can imagine placing things and maybe just putting a nice beautiful rug here and arranging your things on that end, and this thing will be very beautiful. So from there, You come and we are trying to give you variety in terms of floor finishes. Look at the travertine floor, then the mahogany pieces. Again, this was again nicely sanded, polished. It was not like this, and currently it's looking beautiful. From there, without wasting your time, just walk into this space again. This is another simple space. This wall was on the other side. We had to make the bathroom on the other side by cutting the wall and moving to this side. But because we're just creating a space for the sink to wash your hands and a toilet, so that it's a common toilet space, we have provided this space to put for those people with tiny spaces. Look at how we have maximized on this. So it just fits in a sink. You can switch on the light, wash your hands comfortably, but don't forget to clean the sink when you finish washing your hands, because you leave your dirty whatever here. So you switch it off. We give you a customized mirror, customized in such a way that if this space is around 750, this can be controlled just from here. Again, these are electrical points that we cable to here. Most of the times they are not here. We do for you a nice simple ceiling, then the toilet fits in nicely. So we just need a small mat here, small few things around here, and this thing is nice. Then from there, you come to this bedroom. So I'll just show you this bedroom. I think we have the electrical point has been provided. We have the switches for the lights, and we're just waiting for the wall bracket around there. We walk through the wardrobes. Again, simple, straightforward. We have boxers, we have belts, we have socks, we have caps, we have whatever. So, and then a few 4 pairs of shoes in each and every compartment on the lower side that has been washed. Even to the underside, you can just pick, put it on and go. Then, assuming there is a bed around this particular area, there is a mat just after the bed. So you hang your whatever. So the only thing remaining are the curtain, the rods here, and we are done there. Then here we have the rod for these are for the long dresses or the long clothes. Then immediately after that, we walk into the bathroom. The same setup, you remember. This is the place we created for the sink and expanded this to create the shower. So we pushed that wall to the other side so that we can get at least 900 on this side. Then came in with this customized frameless glass shower cubicle partition in chrome accessories, then chrome handle for the towel and chrome handle when you're inside. We did the shower head. We did the mixer on the wall, and we did the shower arm on the side. When you're there, you can wash your tile. This again for tiny spaces. I can sit in, I can still open, go in, shower, finish, get out, and consider when you are there, you can never be here, and when you are here, you can never be there. But if you are here and someone is there, they can still wait for you a bit, or then it means you and your partner are close friends, so they can squeeze in some space for you to get out. Then here we just need the mat. Then look at the customized mirrors again, the way I said. This space now is slightly bigger than the other side, probably at around 800. So we customized, leave for you a gap. At night, this can be very beautiful. So it's big enough, long enough, you can stand in the bedroom and even see yourself in here. Again, the shower, the whatever are working. These are mixers for hot and for cold. Working very well. If it's full, just pick it up. The water goes and you can see it making very nice, beautiful noise because it's flowing beautifully. Then the counter goes and touches the stone, the glass. Then you can store your toiletries around here. Put a small mat here. Look at the beautiful tiles on the wall. Look at the switches. Just carefully cut. You'll never see the cutouts on the wall. And for that particular reason, look at the toilet sitting in its space nicely. So simple, straightforward, flat ceiling, then transiting, because remember this is demolishing and readjusting. And this is the old frames, so they could not reach here. So we just tried to finish it with the tiles. And then remember these doors again, we worked on these doors. These were solid doors in, I think, mahogany, which was really old, and the client wanted a white thing. So we came in, sanded, removed the old stains, then now did what we call spray painting, and it's done in matte white, and everything just looked nice. I remember when we were just starting and we were doing these doors, she came in and she was like, did you guys supply new doors? And we were like, no, this is just a sample for you to approve before we proceed. And this has dictated the doors dictated the frames dictated the skirting around. So all the woodworks from the frame, doors and skirtings are in white. So guys, without wasting a lot of your time, I want to pen down by saying thank you guys for taking your time to watch our episodes. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and on our social media pages at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance. Asanteni.